Hello, everybody, and Digimon fan. This is Anime Nerd, and today we're going to be reviewing episode 51 of Digimon Adventures 2020, The Mystery Hidden Within the Crest. First of all, let's just get started with, they started off with the aftermath of the episode where the Digimon was just standing in the field after defeating Millenniumon. And I kind of like this moment. They actually relaxing, not worried about going home or anything, which is normally what they do in the original version. Once they beat anime, they decide when to go home. But then, the Ichi got a call from Garbamon, and they asked him to, they showed him the symbol of the Crest of Knowledge. And he asked Ichi, do you recognize the symbol? He said, like, yes. He said, yeah, sort of. Then they went to the Tree of Knowledge. And there, when they introduced, Garbamon introduced to them to Wisemon, who is like the leader of the Tree of Knowledge. And I like how the Tree of Knowledge is, because we got lots of familiar Digimon, like Baltimore and I think it's Sorcerymon, and I forgot that dog's Digimon name, but I know a few of them from Frontier and a few of them from Crossword series. Actually, and that sorry, and then we got to a room where the crest was shown, and I like this little Easter egg here. It shows how the crest was back in the original series as attacking Crest, but now the crest is in Digivice, and Wisemon told them about they don't know anything about these crests. It's still a mystery to them. But they sort of then once the Digidestin got close to them, the Digivice reacted to the crests and started matching and resonating, thinking recording data of their adventures, and we got a few flashbacks of the Destined kids. Somehow, I think they able to encounter the crest before. I did. It's just probably how almost similar to original series where they fought Ty and Kari got their first Digimon, which was Agumon. Then they fought Paramon. Then the other Digidestined kids saw the fight, and then that's how they got to be chosen. But this seemed to be different, where the crest suddenly appear and they suddenly it's like show up to like all the dozen kids. That's probably how they got chosen. Well, kind of. They haven't really fully contained the answer why they got chosen and how. After that, we got a little clip of the digital network, and sort of like inside this network, we got the little eye Digimon that we saw like around episode when TK showed up, and then we got a clip of Angemon, and this eye Digimon was communicating with Devimon. But and then this whoever this eye Digimon is, who and I'm saying right now, probably the true enemy of the whole entire series, summon out Soundbirdmon. And then later on the Soundbirdmon went to the Tree of Knowledge and awakened Birdmon. I kind of like this little Digimon, kind of little community gag with this. So everybody was starting to trying to fight it off, but then Birdmon was able to absorb all of the attacks, which is technically it's kind of like a good replica like Digimon data. Everything they do is based around data. Their attacks, evolution, basically everything. So it absorbed their data, and then they'll try to figure out to get outside and fight it up properly. Then Izzy got an idea about how they're able to counteract it. He remembered the garbage data that Garbamon says in the beginning of the like earlier in the episode. Any data that's no good or anything. Basically how like when the computers we always and scoot them into recycling bin or garbage can icon on the computer. So they used that to overload Burpmon and deliver the final blow. Next thing you know, they went back to the K and they talked about the great catastrophe is about to become. Millenniumon was just a big step. So it's just why is myself whoever started the whole thing with Millenniumon is still active and about to start. And that's when the Digivice crest started glowing. Everybody get compass something like I think it's like try to find the answer to crest or where the crest was, manifested in the first place or something. I don't really know. The episode really did not clarify that much of anything with the crest. Well, every episode, Patamon and Gatomon try to digivolve, but they can't because apparently when they evolved into Goldramon and Holy Dramon, it took a lot of energy out of them, so they couldn't digivolve again. Which kind of makes sense because this is why I said in the last video, this is probably going to be either the first time or the only time we get to see Goldramon and Holy Dramon because that evolution took a lot out of them to become. And in order for them to do that again, they had to figure out how they did that in the first place. So it will be a while for these two to get back to action soon. And later on, Goemon and Joe realized like, oh, they need to take Patamon and Gatomon to this I forgot about what the name is. It has all the Namimons in there. The relaxing spa or something. The Oasis. There it is, Oasis. So getting the time to relax, and that's when everybody set out in their own different ways, decide to find the answer to the Crest and find out what else they need to do. But then Izzy decided to stay to recollect all the data. And I kind of like that. It shows that we might get Hercules Calpaterimon in this episode that Izzy going to set out to his own journey. Which is kind of... I like this moment where Izzy takes the shine of these episodes, which is fit his mobility. Hopefully we get more background to Izzy soon. I think it's because whenever we're going to get Hercules Calpaterimon is probably when we're going to find out more backstories of Izzy. So next week episode we're going to get finally Phoenixmon, and probably during the previews, I'm going to be like an intense character development. But one thing I want to talk about is the big threat that's causing the great cast the big bad of the series. Like who is he? Like I'm gonna make a video about that soon, about who I think will be the final boss of Digimon Adventures 2020. But it seems like he is somewhere in the digital network, because that cutscene in digital network shows that he's deep somewhere in there, or it's in there, and we don't know how he got in there. Probably because of the final war, the Holy War, I think. But that's all for this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next video.